What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today, some of the rust has settled, and Infinity Ward have had a couple months to update Modern Warfare. Even though they already had a beta, this time period has also been something of a trial. In a lot of ways, it appears that Infinity Ward have listened to the criticisms made by the community and implemented changes that have significantly changed Modern Warfare as we knew it. So yeah, I thought we'd take a look and give Modern Warfare another chance, give it another time to shine, and do a little follow-up video to my review. Alright, some of the biggest balance complaints. Footsteps, Claymores, the 725, M4A1 have all been way more balanced and fine-tuned. The M4A1 and 725 Claymores are totally usable, but they're just not quite as dominant, and the game is far less frustrating because of that. At this point, I think the game is pretty damn balanced. Although Overkill is the best perk in the game by far. It needs to be patched or changed, reworked in some way, or the other perks in the blue category need to be buffed, because there's just no reason to not take a second weapon with full attachments.
Target down.
New maps. I don't care how many times they put Crash in a Call of Duty game, it's hella fun and plays perfect. Pretty faithful recreation and works with all game modes. Shipment is an absolute clusterfuck of hilarity and deaths and respawning. You could easily have a game where someone has over 100 kills and 70 deaths. It's just pure chaos. The new map Vacant is alright, decent fun and small. This game needs more of those maps. They've done some fine tuning, like taking Ania Palace out of 10v10 modes. They put it into Ground War but then took it out. I don't know, that map has always been just weird. I'd say Infinity Ward has really stepped up to the plate and is answering the call of map design. It's also nice to have new Ground War maps and Gunfight as well. What was it, Kravnik Farm? Kravnik Farm? Land? Something. The farm map. It's hella fun. As far as modes go, the list has been far expanded. Infinity Ward has been going apeshit with the modes and playlist rotation, which is nice because, you know, every time I hop on it feels like there's something new, at the cost of old playlists and modes being swapped out, but, you know. Reinforce, Drop Zone, Grind, Infected, and Cracked have all made appearances and disappearances, as well as Gun Game. You know, all the things I feel like I mentioned in my review, all the criticisms, Infinity Ward's been answering. They've been putting up the points, you know? Scoring drive after drive after drive. And you know what? I am really impressed. I knew this game had the potential to be as good as I thought it was in the beta. And I knew that this was the time I was gonna really get back into Call of Duty. Not just to make videos, but to really just enjoy it as a game, as a series again. And with all these unique fun modes, that's what I've been feeling. Like literally, I mentioned this stuff, these modes before in my video. I feel so joyful about it. I mean, little did we all realize that Call of Duty Ghosts was actually onto something with some of its game modes. I love when you try to run up and grind to the tag drop-off zone, you know? And either you kill someone or you get killed and then tags just fucking fly all over the place. It's pretty intense. And Reinforce was great, giving you the ability to revive your teammates by capturing a flag. You know, I'm so happy to see Infinity Ward experimenting with these modes in a game that isn't total dog shit. Now, to my knowledge, one of the few downsides and still constant criticisms is more aimed at Infinity Ward. More specifically, Infinity Ward's unwillingness to address certain things to the community. Skill-based matchmaking has still had no official statement, and fans are still twiddling their thumbs waiting for some kind of answer on that. How much of it is affecting the game? How does the system work? Does it officially exist? And from what I've seen, at least on Reddit, in some ways the developers don't seem to be able to handle a lot of the criticism. And instead of addressing it, they brush it off as the whole community being a bunch of dipshits, like harassment and death threats, you know? Why is that stuff always associated with video game culture and like these sort of interactions between fans and developers? Even if someone made death threats towards a developer, that is going to be universally condemned by everyone. and it's not representative of the community as a whole, you're likely not in danger on the receiving end of that threat. No, yeah, I'm being serious. I don't think the Call of Duty community is that toxic and hateful. Some parts of it, yeah, but I would be shocked. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's still a disconnect between the fan base and the Infinity Ward developers, so there could still be a lot of improvement there. You know, we've got no real answers on map voting or how lobbies disband after every match, getting more custom class slots. There are things that Infinity Ward just need to address, talk about, and clear the air. Now, I can't believe I even gave Spec Ops another chance after my initial experience with it. I mean, that was so awful. I almost couldn't believe it the first time I played it. But since then, I have actually had fun with it. Yeah, I have enjoyed some of the Spec Ops missions. I didn't think I'd be able to say that. I'm not fucking around. They've added a bunch of new missions in, a 3-star system with a time trial attached to it. There's way more content than there was at launch, and it actually seems feasible now. I might actually get a team together and replay these operations and the missions. The missions specifically, I mean, I might have done awful with some randos, but you know, I still had so much fun just running around shooting guys, trying to complete the objective and feeling like we actually could do it. That's the thing. I felt like now, when I played it, missions and operations are doable. It felt like classic Spec Ops, but just elongated and fewer missions. So hopefully they continue to add to this mode, and just for God's sakes, give us survival. So now let's discuss the Battle Pass. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but I did buy it to test it out.
What have I done?
There seems to be a lot of cool stuff in there, like COD points and XP tokens, special weapons, cosmetic stuff. But you level it up pretty goddamn slowly, and I'm not sure what constitutes progress here. Seems like every 3 matches you gain a tier, but that would mean you'd have to play like 300 matches over the course of 2 months, and that's pretty absurd. I'm an epic gamer, okay? I got other games to play as well, Infinity Ward. But after that Season 1 update, man, the Battle Pass, the microtransactions, they came in full force. They stormed the keep, just appeared out of thin air. And suddenly you can spend like $8,000 on COD points and cosmetics over the course of a night, just like that. I mean, the number of things you can spend points on is staggering. And can we still talk about how dumb it is that they still use a COD point system? Like, everyone else has pretty much abandoned that. And they include armory weapons as well in the Battle Pass, so I don't know how to feel about that. What it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen, is I still play Modern Warfare here and there, and I think the multiplayer is definitely top 3 in the franchise with all these updates. I just sometimes wish it didn't have to be that way. But that's modern gaming. I guess I can't really make any changes to that, but I thought I'd make a follow-up video to readdress some of the things that changed since my initial review. You know, give it a second chance, and I'm still having fun with it. I plan on doing this type of content more in the future on Actman TV, soon to be rebranded as Acting Male. I have also personally created a new schedule for myself so I can try to be a structured, functioning member of society, and every Saturday I will be almost exclusively working on second channel projects. So stay tuned for future videos. I am out of hiatus on here. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to Actman TV, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace!